Louisiana State University has always had a rich military tradition, even from its earliest times. The Louisiana State Seminary of Learning and Military Academy opened its doors in 1860 near Pineville, Louisiana. Colonel William Tecumseh Sherman, who later became a famous Civil War general, was superintendent. The fledgling school was opened less than 2 years when the Civil War forced its closing, and cadets left for the Confederate Army. The school survived in spite of many hardships in the years that followed, including a devastating fire and numerous relocations. In 1870, the name was changed to Louisiana State University. Land for the present campus in Baton Rouge was purchased in 1918, and construction began in the 20s. After some years of enrollment fluctuation, student numbers began a steady increase. New programs were added, curricula and faculty were expanded, and a true state university emerged. Prominent men and women in virtually every area of human endeavor have passed through LSU's hallowed halls. It is not surprising that military honors distinguish many alumni, since the university has been represented in every major conflict since the Civil War. LSU trained colonels commanded volunteer regiments that Louisiana raised for duty in Cuba in 1898. And an LSU alumnus and future governor, Ruffin G. Pleasant, commanded a battalion there. In World War I, alumnus John Archer Lejeune, who served under General John J. Pershing, became the first Marine officer ever to command a combat division. In the 1930s, LSU truly reached its potential as a producer of young officer candidates for the armed forces. LSU produced as many officers for World War II as West Point, Annapolis, or Texas A&M. 15 LSU alumni were generals, including Lightning Joe Lawton Collins, commander of the 7th Army Corps in Europe, who later became President Truman's chief of staff. Claire Chennault, famous leader of the Flying Tigers and commander of the 14th Air Force in China. Graves Erskine, who headed one of the 3 main U.S. Marine divisions which took Iwo Jima. And LSU's own president, Troy H. Middleton, who made key tactical decisions in the Battle of the Bulge. The painful memories of war made peace seem inevitable after World War II. But less than a decade later, military force was necessary in Korea. Again, LSU's brightest military minds and muscle were among those shaping the outcome. The Vietnam War came into our living rooms on the evening news. Political disagreements on the home front over involvement in the war in no way diminished the courageous and patriotic performance of our military forces in Vietnam. In the Gulf War, high technology brought Americans even closer to the front lines as millions watched missile attacks live. Many of the younger generation who have not known the ravages of war in their lifetimes were allowed a valuable glimpse of reality. And sadly, part of the reality of any war is death. Many Louisiana sons and daughters gave their lives in service to their country. The Campanile and Memorial Oak Grove on the LSU campus are tributes to these war heroes. Today, the Pentagon Barracks area in downtown Baton Rouge may well be the only physical reminder of LSU's military roots. However, the spirit and tradition of the old war school will always burn brightly at LSU. LSU's ROTC program is giving young men and women the leadership skills and training they need to best serve our nation. And serving our nation they are. LSU boasts alumni in every branch of the armed services. The tiny military academy established in 1860 has come and gone, yet its spirit lives on. The very foundation of Louisiana State University is built upon patriotism and military service. LSU is proud of this heritage and salutes all of the men and women who have so bravely served our country. You are not just LSU's heroes, but national heroes. You are a source of pride for generations to come.